And we continue to follow our breaking news. Just a short time ago, President Trump announcing on Truth Social that he is sending troops to Portland, Oregon to protect ICE facilities. Now, Portland is just the latest Democratic-run city that the president has either sent or threatened to send troops to in his growing crackdown on immigration and on crime. CNN's Kevin Liptak joins us now from the White House. Kevin, tell us, what more have you been learning about these latest developments here?
Yeah, and there's no question this is an escalation in the president's push to deploy the U.S. military on domestic soil. It follows this pattern. We saw it in Los Angeles. We saw it here in Washington, D.C. If the president choosing Democrat-led cities and states to make this push and really kind of pushing the boundaries of the use on domestic soil of the U.S. military. The president writing on Truth Social this morning that at the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I am directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I am also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, there are a lot of unanswered questions here. One is the timeline, when exactly we would see these troops arrive into Oregon. We also don't know what types of troops the president is talking about here, whether it's National Guard, whether it's active duty military, and we don't know exactly what legal authorities the president will be relying on, because remember, under law, it sharply limits the use of U.S. troops for domestic law enforcement purposes, and this has really kind of prompted a legal debate after the president did this in other cities around the country. Now, Portland has seen a number of protests around an ICE facility that's about 2 miles south of the downtown. They have been mostly peaceful, but there have been some violent clashes that have led to injuries for federal officers. It's led to arrests of some of the protesters. At one point, a guillotine was erected outside the building. The Homeland Security Department said at the time that that was unhinged behavior. And we've also seen President Trump talk about this city over the last week. He said on Thursday in the Oval Office that we're going to get out there. He said, quote, "We're going to do a pretty big number on those people in Portland." He called them professional agitators and anarchists. And you saw in his Truth Social post today referencing Antifa, the president has taken steps this week to label that group a terrorist organization. Now, leaders in Portland have made pretty clear that they are not welcoming federal intervention. The mayor said this week that, like mayors across the country, I have not asked for and do not need federal intervention. That's the mayor, Keith Wilson. We've also heard from leaders in the city and state just last night as it seemed clear that this was happening. Listen to some of what they said.
I am sick and tired of watching the people in my community getting brutalized because they are immigrants or because they dare to speak up. I am sick and tired of it, and I'm tired of your lip service. Show up and do something!
Well, I share their frustration. We're trying to use every power we have as the federal team. Obviously, we're in the minority.
So you also heard Jeff Merkley and other officials there say, essentially, don't take the bait, raising the prospect that sending these troops into Portland could be essentially an effort to try and goad them into conflict. And so it will be very interesting to see how this plays out over the coming days, over the coming week, just as we learn more about what specifically this federal intervention might look like. Danny.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Appreciate you breaking that down for us, Kevin. Thank you.